Coming at you from Fort Wetherill, Jamestown, Rhode Island, on a brisk late winter day. As you can see, still quite a few cars here, adequate parking. Check out that building up there with the restrooms. Unfortunately, they're closed during the off season, so plan for that before you get here. Still pretty busy. Fort Wetherill, Jamestown, Rhode Island. And some information about Fort Wetherill from Atlas Obscura. Overlooking the entrance to Narragansett Bay, Fort Wetherill was the perfect vantage point during the Revolutionary War. Formerly called Dumpling Rock, the fort was eventually named after Captain Alexander Macomb Wetherill, a Jamestown native who was killed in action during the Battle of San Juan Hill. After the threat of World War II had passed, the U.S. military ceased operations here. Once a heavily armed and one of the best lines of defense for the coast of New England, the site remained abandoned for a quarter of a century. In 1972, the state of Rhode Island acquired the fort and reconfigured the site to support public use as a state park. Recreational uses included hiking trails along the coast, viewing of special events like firework displays and boat shows, and it's a popular site for scuba diving. One of the less mainstream adventures the area offers is exploring the ruins of the abandoned fort. A shell of its former glory, overgrown with vegetation and covered in graffiti, the tunnels and concrete walls remain, with holes in the structures and the ground where cannons and 12-inch guns used to line extensive batteries. Remains of tram tracks trail off into the brush, reminiscent of a submarine mining operation during the World Wars, and gun emplacements sit empty except for their colorful new artwork by local taggers. While many of the areas are fenced off, it seems to be mostly for show, as paths lead to holes in the fence that rarely see repair. The park is popular and crowded in the summer due to all of the water-related events, but in the off-season, one can indulge in exploration practically undisturbed. The interior of the fort is currently off limits to the public. And some comments from Yelp. If you aren't keen to jumping fences, stairs, and steep trails, this probably isn't the place for you to spend the day. I'd say it's definitely more for the physically active and adventurous. There are a lot of buildings to wander in, stairs and fences to climb, and some good scenery that gets a little lost in all the trees and shrubs. If you are up for an adventure, you can scale down some pathways to the shores. I'm told there's some cliffs for jumping, but have yet to find those. Unfortunately, there's a lot of trash both around the buildings and the shores. It's sad to see how disrespectful people are of nature, and it has a way of taking away from the natural beauty of things. A little shot of the road less traveled, and I don't think we're gonna go down that road today. Okay, this is more like it. The smell of fresh spray paint is in the air here at Fort Wetherill, Jamestown. It felt like a very immersive art exhibit where the more you explored and look around, the more there was to discover. If that isn't your cup of tea, then steer clear of that area and go to the rocky beaches. I couldn't recommend this park enough to those who like to explore. If you're the type of person who prefers a more structured experience, then this place will not suit you. The urban ruins aspect of Fort Wetherill is fascinating, but the actual fort is unfortunately covered in graffiti. Not even good graffiti, and littered with trash. The trails are not cut back very well, so it seems like winter is definitely the best time to go. Not all those who wander are lost. Coming to you from Fort Wetherill. Unfortunately, the vast majority of the paintings amount to the human equivalent of dogs peeing on buildings to mark territory. Few and far between you can find something that could be considered artistic, but even then, there was nothing too impressive. Hello. Gonna try to attempt to climb up here, which looks like it may be the highest point, or one of the highest points at Fort Wetherill. Looks a little easier to go around, guys. Gonna take the easy way. Not young anymore, so here we go. Almost there at the high point. And let's see what the view's like up here. Was it worth it? Doing that roundabout way? Wow, we can see the ocean. We are really high up. Oh, it goes even further though. One more step to get to the highest point at Fort Wetherill. Again, gonna take the roundabout way to avoid going up that steep hill. Knowing my luck, I'd be tumbling down this thing. So check it out, guys. Wow, some more artwork down here. Stairs are in pretty good condition. A little bit, oh, dead end. Let's see, find people at the same wavelength. That's pretty good, actually. Better than a lot of the crap that's painted on here. Looks like this was originally a gun. Great view. Now, is that Newport over there? Let's get up a little bit further and check it out. And this is a pretty big step. Can I use this as a support? It's not gonna break. All right, 1, 2, 3. We made it. Here we are, guys. The highest point, Fort Wetherill. Looking over at Newport, I can see Ocean Cliff over there, Castle Hill. Try to zoom in. Not sure if you guys are going to be able to see that. Ocean Cliff, Castle Hill, and Fort Adams, kind of through the trees. Another comment from Yelp. The fort was completely covered in graffiti and you would have to jump a fence to explore the fort. I was with my fam and pup, so I had no intention of hopping a fence. What a great find. This place has awesome views all the way around. Lots of cliff area to pick a private spot, just relax and take in the views. So peaceful and relaxing, I could spend days here. While the ocean views from the cliffs are awesome, the town should do something about the massive graffiti issue here from all the punk kids who vandalize such a great spot, and certainly get rid of the graffiti already here. You're Jamestown after all, you have the money to do so. Just making our way to the tail end here of Fort Wetherill. No shortage of spray paint, random teenage kids drinking, smoking pot, and all the hidden tunnels and corners. Just trying to find our way out of here now. What's the easiest way to get back to the car without going through one of these pricker-filled trails? Guys, there are no maps here, that's for sure. You're on your own. Google Maps is not going to help you find the way back to your car if you get lost. Just try to memorize the graffiti, retrace your steps.